Okay, recording this video after close of trade Wednesday, the 11th of February 2015, 3:35 p.m. Chicago time. Try and make this a quick video today. Why am I even bothering to do a video today? My trading was pretty ordinary, ended up down one after four trades, but I just think there are some days that are unwinnable, and today was just one of those days. Out of Europe, we had two really important kind of summits going on. We had in Minsk, we had a summit with Putin and all the European leaders around the Ukraine issue and the war and what should be done there. And then in Brussels, we had all of the Eurozone finance ministers meeting about the Greek situation and what should be done there. And it just seemed like there was nothing driving the US picture except little rumors that kind of came out of those two meetings that were driving the situation on the E-mini. And I just think days like that are really tricky to trade, and this is the picture by the end of the day on the 4500 tip bar chart. We ended up with a pullback to end of trend situation here and kind of topping out around the 64 area, and then we fell off to into a really nice little kind of decline here into a trend move down, and then we had all of a sudden had a news event out of the Ukraine, out of Minsk, about the Ukraine situation, and bang, this thing just took off to the upside, and we ended up breaking to new highs and busting stops up at 70, and that was the picture for the end of the day. I just think days like that, there's no rhyme or reason. It was really tricky to trade. If I just back it down to the 1500 tip bar chart, I'll show you what I was thinking during the day. So yesterday we had a really strong kind of rally into the close of the day, particularly set up the latter half. We did not have a reversal by the 11 a.m. window closing. So 11 a.m. is around here on the chart, and we're still breaking to new highs. Now, because of that, we just know the market is going to continue to rally, close on the highs. We're not going to have a reversal day, even though we had a little end of trend sequence going on here. The amateurs tried to get short at the Rambo pattern, and then we just took off to the upside and closed on the highs. Normally with a day like that, you end up with a follow-through the next day, where we get the amateurs kind of piling in at the morning and kind of driving the equity markets higher, and we go and see an exhaustion pattern on the 1500 tip bar chart sometime in the early morning session. And so my first two trades were both long, and seemingly we had some backing to that. We had some exhaustion selling, and bullish divergence kind of coming in, kind of setting off this move to the highs. But my two long trades, my first one kind of early, came into resistance at the Rambo pattern, kind of fell away, and I got out at break even. The next one I came in after these blue professional bars, and we looked like we were going to make a nice break through the 65, but it just kind of fell away, and I exited with a 1-point loss on that second trade there. Just realized that we were just doing nothing. It was 45 minutes into trade, we'd kind of gone nowhere. We were likely to go nowhere, and so stopped trading. And I went back to my bed because it's still 5:15 or something like that in the morning here in Hawaii. Got up to find this breakdown, and once this has happened, I was kind of late to catch that decline, but we came into this beautiful little Rambo pattern here at the pullback, which normally would run to pullback to end of trend with a nice exhaustion pattern on a left shoulder to end this thing. And we did get an exhaustion pattern. It actually happened kind of down here. No blue professional bars kind of stepping in there, and that's where the Ukraine news came out. Bang, and this thing just rocketed to the upside. So I was lucky to get out with just a 3-point loss on that trade. And then after that, what did I do? I went long at 60.50 on another little Rambo pattern here. So because we'd kind of broken into an uptrend here, got long at that Rambo pattern and just took 3 points out to kind of get out of that losing trade that I had previously. And that for me was kind of good enough. We then continued to kind of rocket higher, and whoa, I'm just looking at the overnight stuff. So we're rocketing through 70s up here at the moment. So there we go, kind of set off to the upside. I don't know if this is more kind of good news out of the Europeans or what's going on, or running of stops, but it's just one of those days where the patterns just didn't look kind of nice. It was the right decision to stop trading early on because it was just didn't have any direction and didn't have any follow through on any of these kind of trending breaks. But this trade, pity it didn't kind of work out the upside, and it was just ruined by the news event. So what can you do? I think on days like that, if you just get out with a small loss or not be trading them and so on, that's kind of the best situation. There was money to be made. I mean, this rally on the way up has been pretty spectacular, 20 points to the upside. But yeah, tricky trading, I would say. So if you had a tough day today, you're not the only one. I'm kind of licking my wounds a little bit, but that just gets me fired up for more trading tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you did better than I did, and yeah, let's get all these bloody news events out of the way. Let's move on to some proper markets.